So, I know I'm wearing the same clothes, but today's day 3 of the event. I swear that I've changed. I had a video that a topic that I want to talk about today. I hope the noise is not too much from the highway there. I just did a little meditation. And I had to take an Uber last night, the night before. And the guy, we started talking and he asked me what I was doing here, and I told him I was at a Qigong event. And he was like, "What's that?" And I explained to him, and he was like, "I should probably do that because I'm lazy and I don't want to work out." And we didn't have much left on the ride, and I wanted to see if I could help him. The way that I try to go about things is usually zero judgment and just with questions kind of explore and see what comes out. And I asked him, like, do you feel like, is it that you're lazy or that you just either don't have energy to do anything, or you haven't found what you really like to do? And he was like, no, what I do, he's like, my workout is I sit down all day, and when I get tired, I lay down. When I get tired, I fall asleep. But he was really curious about Qigong, curious about, I could tell that he wanted to try something different. He wanted to try something new. And I asked him, well, what activities do you like to do? And he was like, nothing, sitting. So I asked him, well, when you were a kid, was there any specific sport, any specific activity, any specific games that you loved? He's like, no, I was a lazy kid. And there could be many factors going on. Sometimes some people have so many health challenges and health issues that they have zero energy. And I've gone through periods like that even if you're passionate about something, maybe your body just can't handle it. Your system just can't handle anything. You can't move much. You're just exhausted, like truly exhausted. So that's one possibility. Then you need to make health a priority. Then another thing that could be going on, in many cases, two things that are similar. You either have no clue what it is that you like, or you think you don't like anything because you maybe haven't explored enough. So I would just suggest you need to try things. Even when it comes to like life purpose, people obsess about finding their life purpose through a meditation or a visualization. You gotta go out there and try shit. Like, same thing with you're trying to figure out what to do for workouts, but you don't like going to the gym. Then explore every freaking sport that you might enjoy. Explore every kind of game, activity, hobby that you might find joyful. But I could feel and see the sadness in this guy, and I can see that in people sometimes, that they have no passion for anything, nothing. And I'm not judging, because I have a lot of empathy and love for that, because it breaks my heart when I see people, and people in my life too, that they have nothing they're passionate about, nothing. So I'm not judging, because it would make me the happiest guy in the world to see them passionate about something and feeling that energy that I feel when I do things I'm passionate about. Even if I'm tired, like, it energizes you. So if you haven't found that, I think that's one of the main things we need as human beings. Hope the noise is not too much right now. I'm trying to be loud, so you might need to lower the volume, but I'll be loud so that the car noises are not as bad. But you might need to explore and explore and explore and see what it is that maybe takes you back to being a kid. And maybe ask your parents, ask your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, what did I do when I was a kid? What did I enjoy? I've asked my parents, my uncles, I've asked them, because I don't have a ton of memory from my childhood, from specific like times. I asked around, I poked around, I wanted to find out. I know there's another funny story. One thing that I used to love doing was rollerblading. I used to rollerblade around my grandmother's house, around the block, and I freaking loved it, and I was fast as hell, and it was good, and I enjoyed it. And then when you grow up, there's that thing between men, which is fucking bullshit, and we need to get rid of that in society, that we think that is not manly. I actually met a guy in a hostel in New Orleans. When I was staying in New Orleans, I met a guy from Australia. We started talking, and he was like, yeah, I love rollerblading, but people think it's gay, so I don't do it anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? And I realized that for some years, I think I wasn't doing it for maybe a similar reason. And by the way, the topic of judging things that people think is gay or not manly, that's another video that I want to make. No judgment, but I feel like I come from a very homophobic culture, and I think most cultures might be, so it's a topic that I want to talk about. I have beautiful friends who are gay, and now it breaks my heart that the stuff that they have gone through. But that's a topic for another video. But so this guy knew what he loved. Likely he was also passionate about photography and other things, but he stopped doing what he loved because of other people's opinions, because people didn't think that it was manly enough. And this guy was kind of what you would label as a player. He was a ladies' man. He enjoyed meeting different ladies, and he was a very good-looking guy. So he didn't want to do things that people might not see as manly. So I think that's a very strange, weird thing that we go through as humans. Like, we know what we love. Same thing when people are trying to find their life purpose. Sometimes we know what we want, we know what we love, but we're too afraid to admit it because we're afraid of going for it because of people's opinions. Family, friends, partners, peers. So it's a fascinating topic. So maybe you need a little bit of meditation and silence and being with yourself, and maybe you need to look back into your life and see what you're really passionate about, and maybe you need to ask people from your past, people that you grew up around, family, friends, and ask them, like, what do you feel like I was really happy about when I was a kid? Like, what used to light me up and make me energetic and happy and joyful and enthusiastic, and play around with it. Like, what brings the inner child out? What makes you feel alive again? You need to try things. You can't just journal about your life purpose. You can't just meditate and visualize about your life purpose. Yes, it has a very unique purpose. That part of it has very useful insights on parts of it, but we need to bring it into action, bring it into reality, try shit, do different things, and see. Your heart will tell you. Your heart, the way you feel about what you're doing will tell you if you're in the right direction or not. You don't need to overthink it. If it drains you, that's not it. If it energizes you, that's a good sign. Keep playing around, keep exploring. And that's one of the most beautiful things we can do as human beings. So I really hope that helps. And that's it. I'll be back tomorrow.